What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys can clearly tell, this is not the original setup that we have. I'm currently in Tampa and I'll be home today, later on today. So tomorrow's video will be how we normally do it. So we're just checking out Tampa since we live in Florida now, and we're checking out all the different areas, which is interesting. So let me know if you guys have ever visited Tampa and what your opinions are on it down in the comments below. And I'd like to see if it's similar with my overall view of how Tampa is. But more importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's video is a lot of the reasons why we think the bottom within these cryptos is very close. But we're also going to be looking at the fact that most of these cryptos currently, short term, are retesting a pretty vital support level for almost every major crypto that we're going to be looking at. XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, you can see here, and I'm going to delete these because I feel like it's not necessary now. You can see for, something like Bitcoin here, how major this, support level is here. We have two major retests, and this could honestly act as a potential double bottom. A lot of people would call this a double bottom had we hit here and then start to trend upwards. It would be perfect. So we'll see, but there is something coming quite soon. We just have to pay attention to this, focus on this, as I do believe this is going to end very aggressively, and because we're oversold, there's a bigger chance of a potential reversal. Now you can see the S&P 500 on Friday managed to close above its small little support here, which is definitely a good sign after a 4-day correction, this is a 4-day correction here. So from Monday to Friday, we've pretty much had corrections, or Monday to Thursday, and then Friday we started to reverse out, which is definitely a good sign. We're not going to see how the markets open until Tuesday because of July 4th for the S&P 500, but there's a good chance we could rally back up a little bit, just to like 3,900. Now, besides just the S&P and these cryptos, I do have an article that I want to show you, which talks about the potential bottom for Bitcoin, which would ultimately influence XRP and the other cryptos. You can see here a Bitcoin indicator that nailed all bottoms predicts 15.6k Bitcoin price floor, which is very close considering Bitcoin did just recently stumble down to, I believe, was 17k. The lowest point we went to was 17.4. So 15 would look something like this. It's not that low. I mean, this is not much more of a drop, especially since we've experienced like 70% corrections. This would be another 17%, and ultimately from the top, from the original, drop since 70k, this would be a total dip of about 77%, which is in line with with Bitcoin. If you were to look at Bitcoin's previous historical drops, like we looked at, we type in Bitcoin's historical drops here. But as you guys can see, here are like Bitcoin's historical drops. We're going to talk about this in a second. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So back to what we were saying, you can see here that they call the Bitcoin bottom at 15.6k. Bitcoin is in line with seeing about a 78% drop if we were to correct that low. You can see here once again pulling the downtrend from the top to the bottom here. 15.6k would be about 77% drop on Bitcoin, which is huge. And for the people that are just in crypto, it sounds like this is the end all. But if you look at historically, if you take a look at previous drops that we've had in Bitcoin's history, you can see how often we have these drops. You can see here, this was April 10th of 2013. We had an 82% drop, bigger than what we had expected. If we go here, the next month, November 19th of 2013, we had a 50% drop. We go to November 30th of 2013, we had a 86% drop. Another one. We move forward again. We go to December 17th of 2017 into December 15th of 2018, which was pretty much when I got involved, a little bit earlier to this drop here, but we went from $19,666 to $3,200. It was an 83% drop. So the fact that we're going to see another, historical drop where Bitcoin falls 15.6k and we fall 77%, it's nothing out of the blue. This has been a historical cyclical drop that Bitcoin has over and over and over again. So I'm in no way, surprised or shocked that we're going to see see this, and it's only temporary because we will at some point correct up higher than that. Now, short term, looking in, focusing on what we're dealing with now, you can see here that we do, or let me just finish up what he had to say about Bitcoin. But you can see here in the short term here, we do have what appears to be, and I could almost play out what's going to happen. We have this descending fractal here, kind of forming these beautiful stair-stepping patterns. We could trend to here, break downwards to 15K, and that could mark the bottom, and then maybe we break out. That's a big possibility here, but we are in a stair-stepping pattern, clear as day here, and honestly, we're not going to trade Bitcoin until we specifically break out of this sideways channel. We're literally dead set in the middle of a major descending channel here, so it does not make sense to trade something like this. It's not a good conservative trade. However, if you want to be a moderate to aggressive trade, if at any point we see the markets break us through bottom support, the price floor at 18.8, then we know to short the coin, because you can clearly see here, this is previous support and current support that we're testing here. The daily is having trouble breaking through it, so we're holding support here. The bulls are holding support above here. If at any point we start to see a daily candle close us below this major support here, we can short, because I think we'll head right down to 15.5 or $15,000 almost immediately, and hopefully that would be the bottom, but it would be an easy short position to take advantage of. And that same thing applies with things like XRP and Ethereum, who have exact identical charts currently to Bitcoin here. Ethereum, clear double bottom formation, or at least we're retesting bottom support here. XRP is retesting bottom supports here. You have this and you have this as well. So there's a very big chance that we could, break up from it, and vice versa. We could break down, and if we break down and we close below this major support here, then we know to short this coin. So you can see here the article talks about how, let me get to it, 16,000 bottom zone gains traction, 15.6 would tie in with various existing predictions of where Bitcoin is due bottom. He had this chart here, and he normally shows it when we enter the green barrier here. This is typically what is the bottom of the coin. You can see in 2013 its bottom was right around here. 2012, that was the first one. They did have a drop. It didn't actually enter, oversold. The first drop in 2011, 2012, the price got to, that's pretty damn low. And then again, we went here. Price was at like $200, I think, somewhere around that. You can see here in 2015, 2019, we fell into the green again, marking a bottom. Coin was at like 3,800. We did it again in 2020. Coin was about 4K, and here we are doing it again, marking the bottom closer to about 15, 16. Now they're showing you the lowest point, like the bottom of the green band, not the top, not entering, but the lowest point here. So with that being said, being that we're at 15K, or sorry, at 20K right now, to 18K, a pullback to this bottom green right here would consist with the price moving probably closer to $15,000. And I believe strongly that that's the case here. And you can see they talk about updates, the fact that we're seeing, the moving averages being broken for the first time. The MA50 for the first time in history has broken through this major support here. And I just believe that everything is still in line with us seeing some sort of bottom very soon, and that we're going to enter more of a capitulation type of market very soon. Remember this chart that I showed you guys here, showing you the top, the late bear, the mid-cycle, and the top again. You can see in 2017, we had a major bull run leading up to it. Right at the end of 2017 into 2018, we had the top, formed a major bearish correction here. We had a mid-cycle, which leads into a top. So right now, we're pretty much in the process of filling out the late bear. We're at the end, so we're looking for a bottom very, very, very soon. However, there's also a bottom in the mid-cycle again. We retest that. So if you missed this opportunity to buy in, there is a new opportunity to buy in the mid-cycle as well, towards the end of it. Then we lead to a run. So right here, we would expect to see a bottom very soon, and then for 2022, the end of 2022 into 2023, we would see more of a mid-cycle run in the market, and then 2023 into 2024 would be the top bull run that we expect to see happen here, which is obviously not for a while, but it is something just to consider and pay attention to. But that's this chart, and that's something I wanted to show you guys here. We're pretty much in that late bear kind of market here. You could see drawn by these bars. We had 476 days here marking late bear. We had this and then this as well. So there's a good chance we're going to be entering that mid-cycle very soon. And that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. You can see here, short term, pay attention to these supports here. This is it. This is what you got to pay attention to. Same thing with Ethereum, and same thing with Bitcoin. Pay attention to this bottom, and we'll see kind of how we move from here. Otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.